Hello everybody and welcome to part 23 of my God King Boudicca series. We have started warring against Portugal and we have began to funnel workers that we captured from city-states over to this area in hopes of getting them captured so that we can recapture them and liberate them for the favor. Our settler is also coming, but the settler actually got pushed out of the tile. Here we had this is a long story. We had a caravan here and we selected a construction project and it spit out our civilians. Counted it out, it didn't seem to matter too much, but we'll see. Anyways, let's get on with the show. Okay, Germany's toweling us off. They're in no position to do that. Yeah, well, why don't you do something about it there, buddy? Ooh, she's coming forward. Interesting. It's especially interesting with that knight that's kind of broken through the front line there. Threatening our worker. Alright, definitely double cover there. And we pick up a bad tile. We get a great person born. Actually, the bad tile's not so bad, because now this bad tile sees this tile and this tile. So we can already see these. So we need to see this. He can actually come all the way to here now, I believe. Which means he can see all of this. Which means now, resting here, no. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. Okay. Yeah, he'll still need to stay here. Alright, never mind. I was thinking that changed, but not quite. This is L. Frank Baum.
Oh, you're a very bad man.
He's riding from the Wizard of Oz, so there's that. More tourism. Let's move that into the city of Truro. That is the city that we have the darkness that we want to kind of clear out. So there we go. Put more culture there so that Truro will hopefully grow sooner. It's currently set to 1 turn. 25% chance of getting a solution to all our darkness problems down here. 50% chance of getting a hill. This worker wanted to start on another farm, because that's going to be the end game for that city. Aberist finished with the market, so let's go ahead and do the Colosseum. Alright, we're going to check in on all of our workers. We're in a state of flux right now. Everything in here is same. Lyria, let's go ahead and sell off that last building and raise it down. That should free up some happiness, which will get us to our golden age a bit quicker, I would think. This guy, we are focused down here. We're pushing in down here. And the whole idea up here was to eventually have somebody leading here. So since all of our musket men are getting beat up, maybe we have him slide in over here. He can be the surprise backdoor guy. And then when this guy's finished doing some stuff over here, he can join him. He's got to cross the river. Bring the Great General closer. Let's see what else is going on. He's going there. He has ripped up the road here, so let's go rip up the road. There we go. Now our road is how we would have it otherwise. Unless we had intercepted Braga, in which case we would have come along here to fork there, but we didn't. And we're not going to. So, yes, let us take a look at all that is happening here, being mindful of where our great generals are as we do. Let's see. We don't have any other units coming in from behind. This is our ranged person right there. I think it's pretty important that we take this guy down any means necessary. So it looks like 2 shots will finish him off. There we go. This is a double tapper. Yep. Who's the one that isn't the double tapper? It's this guy. Well, that's unfortunate that he's got the short end of the stick here. But what can you do? Alright. So now we have this guy who's building the roads here. He is Portuguese. He's going to go... Well, hang on a second. Portuguese as well. Okay, he's going to come over and do the road stem here towards our next settle. He's going to be moving in here. maybe helping out. Let's see here. So we've done all of our ranged, right? Okay. He should be safe coming in here, which means he's able to come over here. And we should also move this great general. This guy's not influenced, but doesn't need to be. Move this great general here. Ideally, we would cross the river. Yep. Now we have a flanking bonus if we choose to smack into that. I don't choose to smack into that. We'll fortify here and here. Keep in mind, we want to keep him engaged out here. We don't want to annihilate him, but we also don't want to lose our own units. And the reason we don't want to annihilate him is because Zanzibar here wants to... Oops, Zanzibar's not out of movement points yet. So we kind of need to do a bottom-up approach for our workers. Let's take a moment to do that now. Let's see here. First of all, actually it might be easier if we move the camera off of here and count out the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This doesn't count, but we are going to have a city here. So we have 15 cities, 17 workers, 3 of which are city-state. So what that means is right now we're kind of doing like a zone defense thing because it's just the way things are distributed. Yeah, he is Portuguese, so we're going to come over here, get onto this hill. He is German, so we'll go ahead and finish the chop on this hill. Cardiff's going to be 5 turns to grow, so we'll just put a mine there and then come over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, piece kick. Settlers coming forward, right? This guy is the next. These are the 2 that are racing to the front line because they are city-state. So luckily one comes in behind the other. He's coming down here. Alright, so let's take a look at workers. Germany is getting onto the sheep finally, so we'll do that. This guy, German, also. Penzance grows in 7, so this guy can cover all that. This guy can come up and cover these freshwater tiles. And we have our hills covered. Churro's going to grow in a turn, but this guy's right here, so we got all that covered, right? In other words, we have everything below Berlin covered. We have Berlin's being worked on here. He's getting the hill there and can get the trading post next. He can get the trading post. So where does that leave us? We have this worker and this worker, and we have 2 up here. I'm just going to have this river guy hop over the river. And let's buy that tile. I know we're going to pick it up naturally, but we're running out of stuff for our workers to do. We have 1, 2 workers over here with more filtering in, and that's fine. So he could actually come here. Yeah, because this is kind of covered. Yeah, let's get a 3rd worker in here actually working the actual stuff. We'll finish the road tile next turn so Zanzibar can squeak in here as this guy crosses the river. Alright, so we've delegated our workers, I do believe. And that brings us back to the war. Alright, we have the opportunity here to smack the crap out of this guy with almost no back. Oh, wow, that's even better. We high rolled there. And that's very, very, very good, because now this puts us out of range of both this guy and the ranged unit. So that was very fortunate. I think we could have held on. We would have had the tiniest catapult hit, crossbow, and this guy across river into rough against somebody who's magnified against mounted. He had a double cover. We totally would have had it, but this is way safer, so I'm very pleased about that. And I'm pleased about this configuration in general. The downside is this guy could pull out, and then this guy gets double smacked by full. And it definitely looks like we could take it. We're in a fortified position, so let's just leave it this way. This great general is okay here, so we'll just hold on. I think we're pretty much good there. Hold on, buddy. We're almost there, almost there. He can see that tile, so there's no need to dance. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Well, He's on along the road, so he can come all the way down to here, and he can come down to here. We have to assume she's traveling in this direction, so let's lead this. Oh yeah, totally. So, and then I guess he'll just take up the slack there. Alright, so if these guys are moving down, maybe it's time for these guys to come back. We already got the pikemen kind of beat up, so yeah, we'll probably move these guys back towards over here to keep the eyes here. In fact, nah. Okay, we're good. We're good, I think. Let's double check the workers real quick. I want to make sure I'm not leaving anything hanging. And trades, we got to ignore everything here, so. Excuse me. Denmark denounces. Let's see here. Yep, that guy did get pretty beat up. Okay, I take back what I said over here. Unfortunately, I think if he steps on here, we're not going to be able to see this because it's on the drop of a hill, but we'll double check that. Lisbon demands soak. That's good. We are kind of working towards that. Alright, so we pick up the hill, not this tile. That's fine. Growth again in 12. That's not so great, but, you know, what are you going to do? He can still see that tile, so we'll just go ahead and pass that guy. Cocoa from Pachacuti ends. Let's go ahead and refresh that. He is no longer pristine with us, which is good that we did the denouncing that we did, so it didn't get even worse. Alright, cover there. Definitely fortify. This guy's position is actually kind of nice because he's going to be within city tiles. That'll help him heal sooner. This is a ranged guy, but I don't know if we can hit that from here. But we're going to try. Let's see. Prompts. Continue with prompts before I get to the meat of the turn. Penzance finishes library 1 turn before a 4-pop. We'll get on to market next. And now it's time for the meat. Okay. This guy can double tap, so this guy's a goner for sure. 1 shot is enough. That's good. We want to... What we can do is... I'm thinking pull this guy back to here, because then he could retreat into tiles that'll be occupied by a city, and that way he can heal up quicker. Let's see, he's a double tapper, no range. So we're just going to cross the river. Whoops. No, we're not. No, we're not. Because I was thinking about having him stepping and shooting, but now the problem is we can't withdraw him to here. That's okay. We're going to cross the river with these guys, because they need to get across the river, and we'll bring him back to here. The city's not going to be settled immediately anyway, so he still has time to do whatever we need him to do. So we can step this guy here and try to shoot that. It works. That's good. And this guy still has a movement point left. And now that all of our archers are ranged or across the river here, let's step up here. That's good. He's coming along a road, so this should be relatively easy as long as barb camps didn't show up. It's going to take him a couple extra turns to get over, unfortunately. Should we maybe bring him over as a blocker first, as like a temporary thing? And like pop up here next turn, get eyes. That's not such a bad idea. Although him being able to step and shoot is pretty good too. So maybe we'll see what comes next turn. I don't really feel like moving this guy. He's healing. And I don't want to kill things because we're actually in a position here to start. That's Zanzibar, isn't it? It is. Okay, so we're in a position to start dangling workers. So let's just hold everybody back. Keep him interested over here. We'll bring this guy up, try and get a shot in. It manages, so that's great. We could just kill it off right now. But let him run away. And that way, as we dangle something, he's got somebody to pick it up with. I don't see him getting strong here, and if he does, we'll just finish the job that way. So that's fine. What we can do to help assure that is bring the Great General down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely not. That would be devastating. So we'll just keep him like that. This guy kind of wants to stay there, so we'll do that. Alright, this is the race of the city-state workers, so place your bets. Alright, he was coming over here. This guy's solid right there. He does his dance. Worker, we already said that. I don't know why it's prompting me again. Yep, we're fine there. Actually, yeah, we're fine there. No, we still have the same spread here, and we do want to kind of bring a great general with us. As we finish everything down here, we'll be able to consolidate a push. I don't even know that we want to take Utique. It does have pearls, and we've been getting asked about pearls. I don't think that's reason enough. We could burn it down. We get the pearls and then burn it down. That's an option. While we're here, right? No reason not to, really. Yeah, so there's that. I didn't even stop to think. We could make that into a farm. It is plains, but we'll do the jungle thing. This worker's pretty much out of stuff to do up here, so we'll just make things pretty. The reason why I wanted to count out the number of workers and where we're going is right now we're kind of doing a zone thing as we're in a state of flux. But after that, there's really no reason not to just keep a worker parked in each city, because you never know when you're going to go to war. When it's time for rails, we want them to be able to flip things pretty quick. It's a good thing that he's coming over, because we're, you know, chasing after those Portuguese boats, which it doesn't look like we're gonna. Oh, look at this. Okay, well, okay. Looks like the boats are getting zona controlled. Good for them. One turn until Golden Age. Finally. Won't that be grand? Maybe we have the longbowman come back over here. We're just going to go ahead and put him to sleep. And there we go. Is that everything? It appears to be. Luckily, we're done being buggered about salt. That's why the Golden Age is next turn. Our happiness is quite nice. We're back in position to be capturing stuff. Wine. I don't see any reason not to refresh this. We already know he's not going to accept 7, so let's just punch in the 6. Hey, look at that. Golden Age has dawned. May purchase with faith. And Ren does not have a pagoda yet, so there you go. They are, and just grew to 3 pops, so let's plop it into there. Could go here, but this is a new city, so the hammers are going to be more important. Let our other cities deal with the gold. That's the border we picked up. Ren has grown. We addressed all of that. Penzance has grown, so there's more hammers and food for you. 4 pop, right after we pick up the library. Cork grows, let's do that. Edinburgh has grown, very nice. Look at that. Very good. Golden Age has begun, so Mr. Qi Ying, go ahead and tack on another 8 turns to our Golden Age, thank you. Iron and cotton returns, so let's see, cotton. Let's see, Mayans. Will they still give us 5? Probably not, since they denounced us, right? Yeah. So I think everybody we could sell this to. We can try her, but we spanked her harder than anybody else so far. So yeah, we'll give it to the Mayans since they're furthest away. They're the ones least likely to punish us from the robust happiness. Let's see. Desires trade route. We would love to accommodate that. Leventa wants Taoism. Monaco is in awe of you, that's culture. And Zanzibar seeks a great writer. Let's see, we just expend 1, so you're going to have to wait 33 turns. Whew. That's not good. But we'll get there, except for those quests tend not to stick around quite that long. Although it doesn't appear to be a time limit on that one, so good for them. Let's see here. Wow, lots going on here. Alright, we'll take a step, take a shot, because we can. We're just here for the boats, but that's okay. He has his altitude training. We have reason for him to get over here for the boats, but I think dissuading Denmark from attacking us is more important. So that's what we're going to do there. Especially now that we have 2 caravans running that way. Look at this. He's trying to run away, and he's succeeding. Okay. Well, that's not too important, actually. So we'll just take our shot. And there's no point in finishing him off. Especially since we're about to dangle Zanzibar. We'll dangle it there. Oh, yeah, lots of options. That'll get captured for sure. Good deal. Alright, he's coming over. He's going to take a step. And we'll leave it at that. Comes over here. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Alright, so we'll push him forward. And there's no reason not to let him heal now. Although we could push forward our front line. Now that our archers are here to represent. Speaking of which, let's have him step forward and take a shot. We'll have him step forward and take a shot. Nice. And we'll just go ahead and occupy that hex for ourselves. Alright. And since he's coming forward... Yeah, full extent. Full extent. Alright. The only thing I'm worried about is we have these hills here in the dark, so as we approach, we might get shot. So we're going to need somebody to step up there and get visibility for us. And that's part of the reason I wanted to do this excursion. In light of this excursion and the fact that we're so strong over here, I'm going to have this guy pop up here. And that way he can get started next turn. This guy can backfill. He's pretty much healed, so there's no reason not to. Let's see. This guy can step here. That's going to be our city tile at some point. Portuguese, Portuguese, Portuguese. Alright, so we'll start road there. Here's our racers. But the problem is the settler is going to land here next turn, which means our racers are going to have to... Well, we'll complete this road, so one of the racers can end run here, which is actually good because this is where we're dangling grounds for the moment. So we'll just get these guys into position. Well, maybe not. What would this worker do? We pretty much have everything else accounted for except for this, but that will be accounted for. We have people up here working on that. Maybe he heads down here and starts, like, pre-building the road more, right? We're already starting here. So yeah, have him come down here and here and here. Something like that. Getting this one started is good right now because we can end run the other civilians, but beyond that, I don't know that we'll actually want to finish the towns right away. Alright. So I think everything's going well over there. Let's put a mine up there. We'll repair that tile just for kicks. This great general would rather come here. Cover that guy a little bit. And he's fine like that. Now the great general's out of the way, we can get him out of the way. And you know what? We could have had that worker come up here and have these two workers on the two hills. That would have been better. Just take a moment, dude. Well, we're not going to need all these people for the road, so yeah, we'll get back to that. Once the road's finished and it's settled, he can jump over there. So road will be finished. He lands here, settled, we jump over the hill. So not the end of the world, which does mean he can land here to continue the road. So it would have been better to just have them double up like that, but this is fine too. It'll be fine. Alright, get to chopping. We need these freshwater tiles, if you please. We could do that, but let's not. In fact, let's continue on along the coast. He can see that tile, so we don't need to dance. And he's getting on that mine there. You gotta wait your turn, bro. Let's see here. Everything checks out. Deals, nope. Love to get that my hands on that sugar, but we're not going to, so. We're giving him a free worker and he's not going for it. That's funny. Maybe because our front line is too close. I do see that the musket man did not get damaged. Look at this. That's surprising. I mean, not really. We kind of saw it, right? We'll get his promotion. We'll keep shooting if you're going to just stand there. Yep, there we go. Dead. Horses to Haile Selassie. Losing grasp and Kuala Lumpur. That's culture. Let's see here. We got a mine being finished there. We have a chop being finished there. Speeds up the bank by 1 turn. Very good. Finish with a farm there. Well, that was for the preparation. Well, no, because this is just better. So, yep, there we go. Extra hammer. Glad to see this is underway. Look at our gold per turn. We just passed the 3-digit mark and we're already halfway to the second. How's this getting down? Oh, the Portuguese boats. That's right. So step and shoot, and now finish us off. That extends our visibility, so hopefully we'll be able to put shots in on boats over here next turn. Sucks that we cleared that camp. He can see we're not going to dance. Before somebody claimed it, that would have been nice. I'll come over here and make that purdy. Alright. Road tile is finished, so he can jump into there. We'll finish this road tile so that one of our racers, Quebec City... Well, actually, let's take a look. We have a choice. Quebec City or Iffy. Definitely Quebec City. Iffy's the dry one. Zanzibar we have some favor with. It's degrading, but we do. Quebec City is our ally, though not for much longer. Iffy, we're dry, right? 0. Yeah, so, yeah, it's nice that we have the option, but indeed, Quebec City is the lead, so we're just going to do that. We'll dangle this more precariously, I suppose. Oh, he took a shot. Oh, how did I make that mistake? The whole reason was to do our front line to where that wasn't possible. Good on him for noticing the weakness in our armor. We'll move the Great General forward here. He stays put. He comes across. You know, it's starting to look like we don't need another musketman down here, but who knows? These guys are healing up, so maybe. We should have him back up, though, so he can heal up. 2 turns at 25 would be great. That does leave a Great General exposed, I'm aware. We'll have to address that in a moment. I guess we shoot the one that's more forward, right? This is the one that only does not have double tap. So there's that. This one shoots and shoots. And then we can bring him down here, him there, and there we go. We have a worker dangled here and here, but both of them are okay if they get intercepted. Not so much this guy, though, and there's nothing we can do about that now, except for move here so that he gets zona controlled. If he captures here, can't push on to capture there as well. Fine. Kind of wanted to let him heal, but come up here, gives us great visibility. There's no ranged back there. That's fantastic. And we're going to stay there to act as like preventing them from retreating. It would be nice if they would just steal the workers that we need them to, but what are you going to do? Okay, we have a longbowman back to cover the bay once again. Very nice. Let's see. This is one of our racers, so we'll just move him along. He crosses over to continue pre-building the road. That's where he's going to drop. And, yep, okay. Wait, and there we are. Double check everything's on the up and up. Yep. Horses, we can deal with that. Horses, just the one. Okay. Will you at least give us full benefit? Nah. So he's down to... If we had 2, we could probably get 3 out of him, but we just have the 1, so let's do that. Alright, let's see how this goes. This is all unfolding very well. Although at this point we probably have... Yay! They captured one of the workers we wanted them to. Alright, may purchase with faith. We're getting caught up too, so... And that's fine. Now that Nantes is exposed here, let's go ahead and do it in Nantes. There we go. Pagoda. We'll have him come chop that. Secularism is here. Let's go around and see what that means for us. Capital is way overpopulated, so we could totally go off the iron onto the workshop for the extra science. We would be losing a food and a hammer for 2 science. Well, multiplied. What is our multiplier right now? 83%, so closer to 3. Kind of a drop in the bucket, but at this point as Liberty we want as much as possible. And we don't need the city growing all that much, or at all at this point. Like, we're working everything we would want. So yeah, let's do that. Other cities, growth in 7. Nope, not good enough. This city's already having problems before that, so we don't even have the university populated. Same story here. We're gonna get the university populated first. Bank is done in Mont. Yeah, 1 food here. No, we want to grow to 10 pop here, so that's fine. In fact, since we have a project after this, that's how we would count it out. Zoo in 11. We're going to grow to 10 pop in 13. It would be clipped for 2 turns. We'd only be getting 1 happiness out of that. And I think that's fine, so we'll do that here. But that definitely means we don't want to pull off of this turn tile yet. This city's just now getting around to populating the university. So let's see here. Growth in 3, still growth in 3, now growth in 4. And we're about to add... Hang on, I wasn't done there. So we'll put that one in the university. And we need a construction project, so let's get on granary. The target pop here is 12. So let's get onto that. That'll add 3 food total in this city. Garden finished here. Nice. We're on the Kaled Hall in Berlin, where we definitely cannot. And that would be the last of the ones we need to check on. Alright. This city's target pop is 10, so it too can also build a zoo. We'll be there right away. In fact, the next citizen that grows we'll probably put in the workshop. And then maybe even shift over here. It's not that we don't want it to grow more, but we don't need it to. And then that's it for all the specialist slots available. Avarice with borders have grown, and apparently their citizenry has grown. So, how many turns do you have? This turn, in fact. Okay. So, here's something I wanted to do here. Let's go ahead and work this. I know it's a bizarre tile, but you get some more science. And now that relinquishes this tile, so this city can actually claim it. We want this city to grow and grow because it has a lot of river tiles and jungle tiles. So growth in 6. Still growth in 6. That's unfortunate. Oh, we have this as an option. No, that's already doing that. Okay. Growth in 9. We want this city growing more, so we're going to favor that. Avarice With is going to pick up more fresh water soon. Lots of horse... Wow, lots of stuff going on there. Losing grasp on Bratislava, who is doing a good job of fighting her units. We have 2 turns to think about that. We have sold off our last wine, I believe. No, we have another wine. We will come back to that soon. Worker captured. That was Zanzibar. Oh, cool. We actually get to see it here when it's not ours. I wasn't aware of that. Cool. Okay. So we do want to recapture that, but it's not like we're going to miss it, so I'll go ahead and bypass that. Check on other workers. Let's see how they... Oh, there we go. Douglas. That's what I was looking for. Growth in 3. Okay. Yeah, added the farm. Okay. Alright, I know what I remember now. And what else? A mine. There, not particularly useful. Mine. There, also not particularly useful. I wonder if this is Maya's way of saying, I wish we could attack him. So yeah, we can deal with this now. Horses, cocoa, citrus, wine. Oh, wine just came back. That's why we have extra wine. And it was for ivory with Pocatello. So that's why our happiness took a dip. Okay, so we lost out on the ivory. But we got back cocoa, citrus, and we're not going to count the wine because we're going to let Bratislava taper off. It's nice that we have the eyes and that they're working on their military, but so really that leaves us with citrus and cocoa and a bunch of horses. And apparently iron as well. So let's deal with that here, because this is the best exchange rate we could get. Horses, 2 for 3 probably. And then also iron, 2 for 3. So that's pretty good. It's the best we're going to get anywhere. And that leaves us with cocoa and citrus. Oh, was cotton in the list as well? I dismissed it. Crap. I thought it was, but... Cotton, no. Okay, it's only showing up here because he has sugar. Alright. Citrus, I guess we'll go to Japan. They're further away. And then we do have extra cocoa. It's not necessarily that he's interested in it. He wanted it for ivory, but we're not going to do that. Oh, he doesn't have any money. So let's just see what we want for this. We don't know how to calculate that. Let's look at our gold per turn. It's doing very well. Well, this is part of the reason why we've been slamming home the Kaylee Halls. Just trying to get that happiness as high as possible. This is actually how I play in general. As I get city-state favor, as I, make trades, I kind of lose track of what my base happiness is compared to what I've been inflating it to. And that's why when Kaylee Halls became an option, I was just like, slam them all home. And same thing here, just get it up as high as possible. That way we don't need to depend on city-states or this. Speaking of city-states, our gold is going extremely well. This might be a good time to buy Geneva, just to get the whales. Some visibility. Something to consider. We do have cities that are petering off in terms of growth. Dublin would grow. Edinburgh will grow, which, so what? Cardiff would grow. That would actually be very good. Glasgow would grow. I've always called it Glasgow, and then I started calling it Glasgow, and then somebody corrected me, so I gotta kick that habit. Let's see who else. Alright, so that would be it, but that's still really good. Gold's going very well, and they would give us faith, which is neither here nor there, really. And they would give us the whales, which is happiness. Let's not discount that. Alright, well, we'll keep that as an option. If in case we run into trouble with happiness, we'll just pick up the whales. Well, no, I wanted to do it proactively because of food. Alright. I talked me into it. Well, there we go. Alright, so we have the whales now. And it's nice having another coastal. I don't think Carthage is going to be out this way, but if they do, it looks like they're trying to get into there. Alright, bank is done in the capital. Let's get on to our next settler. Only going to take 2 turns to get out. That's going to be where the... Alright, so he can't reach what we need to reach. Okay, so he'll just come here for visibility. Alright, we got eyes there. This is a double tapper, right? Yep, that was by design, so that in this alley we can do maximum damage. Don't know that we need the ability to swap melee here. Fresh melee coming down here seems better. He could step and shoot that. He's ranged, he could double that. Let's do it that way. Yeah. And the reason for that, return the unit, Zanzibar, there we go. Ally status. Nice. Right at the time that her boats are all around it. And they have boats too. Perfect. Alright, so Zanzibar has no luxury to give us because... but we get porcelain, right? And didn't we have people asking for porcelain? I thought somebody asked for porcelain at one point. No? Okay. What was I thinking? I don't know. But, so that's nice. We didn't have porcelain before, and we didn't have whales before. And then we get the base happiness from being friends with Zanzibar. It's not going to last. But for the time being, we can beat up their boats some. So that's pretty cool. There's the Zanzibar worker. That's something I should have considered, moving everybody else first just to make sure it doesn't get in our way, but it's not going to be a problem. Quebec City's going to move to the front. We have an opportunity here. Is this a hill? It is not. So this is why I didn't want to shoot with this guy. We actually get him into position now. We also wanted XP on him, so maybe we should have anyways, but there we go. Hey, and look at this. Maybe it gets captured again, and then probably, yeah, it might get captured again, and we just reclaim it again. Nice. Alrighty. So we're done with all the warring for this turn. Pikeman. Maybe we bring this pikeman down here, because he can come up and heal up in the city, and meanwhile this one can proceed to come back down here like we wanted. That seems good. We're going to have plenty of presence up here. We need to start checking our back door, especially it looks like people are seeing Dublin as an opportunity. I can step forward for visibility's sake. It looks safe, so that's nice. We'll stay there. Threatening the worker, unfortunately, it's not good enough. Alright, so that's pretty good. I think we're ready to go here, so let's drop that city. We're going to say production focus, work the good growth tile, buy the monument, build the shrine. There we are. So we'll drop the holy site here. No longer have to pay for that guy and worry about him getting captured and stuff. There's Iffy. It can zoom across now. We want Quebec City to capture it first, but... And he zooms over here. He gets started on the copper. And he continues with the road. And we're going to leave him here because now he can step on the hill and surprise, you know. It's really possible that this gets captured again and then we get to keep Zanzibar even longer. I hadn't accounted for that, but that would be very nice. Alright, he's going to come over here and do that, as y'all know. Gonna make that tile pretty there. He's done with the farm there. Let's get up and make this hill. So now he has visibility here and here and here. So we can keep this here for as long as this guy's working on the hill. That's pretty nice. I'll just go ahead and defend there. Hey, look at this. We get chances to shoot on boats. So we'll shoot there. We'll stop and shoot there. And we'll start backing him up. He's damaged. We'll get him back to where he would want to be and have him heal. Those guys can be eyes. Alright, so we can relax these guys' stance but get them healed up. And that appears to be everything. Let me double check here and make sure that is indeed the case. Wine. We do have wine, but we're going to be losing Bratislava. That's only 4 happiness there. I'm not going to sell it off. We're still in the throes of expanding and conquering. Yeah, we'd probably burn down Utique just to take it from her. I don't know. Undecided. But since it's the end of the episode, we can even come back to selling off the wine, for example. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am. It's pretty exhausting. Look how many cities we got. Isn't that wonderful? Please leave me a like and subscribe if you feel that I've earned it, and I will see you guys in the next part. Take care.